Hey guys, Jake here, and today I've got my week number 7 match of the CPC versus Phalop. He's a pretty good friend of mine. He's also the co-commissioner of the CPC. Very good player. And so yeah, I was looking forward to playing him. So I'll go over his team in a sec. He's got the Landers-Therian, the Tapu-Fini, the Skarmory, the Jolteon, the Drapion, the Gengar, the Tangela, Tyrantrum, the Kangaskhan, the Mudsdale, and Mega Kool-Aid. So Tyrantrum, Mudsdale, and Drapion were all free agent transactions he made within the last week. So I felt pretty I was like 100% sure he was bringing Drapion because it's actually a pretty solid switch into Hoopa and Bound, and it can pursue it. Also, Tyrantrum I felt had a pretty good match against my team once Bronzong was weakened. It sets up on a good amount of things actually, but thankfully he didn't bring it. Mudsdale I wasn't really expecting. I was a bit caught off guard when I saw it. I'm guessing maybe it was to check my arrow, but yeah, he had Skarm for that, so I'm not really sure why he brought it. But yeah, so he brought the Mega Kool-Aid, which is probably the biggest threat to my team that he brought. I don't have great switch-ins to Mega Kool-Aid. If he sets up in his D and like my Zapdos is weakened, then I'm in a lot of trouble. Also, he's got the Mudsdale. As I said, I'm not really sure what he wants to do with this Mudsdale, but I'm not really too scared of it. I've got my Venusaur, I've got my Charity Berry Zapdos, which can 1v1 it. I've also got my Blaziken, which can do like 50%, so I just need to weaken the Mudsdale. He's also got the Skarmory, which I knew he'd bring pretty decent switch into my Azu. Also, Hazards are just good against my team. Skarmory's gonna be a pretty big nuisance if I let Blaziken, Zapdos, and Card Swamp fall, so I definitely need to keep that in mind during the game. He's also got the Landers T. Landers T is really threatening with Z moves now in Gen 7, but I felt like I can deal with it. My team is pretty much designed to not let it set up for free. Yeah, next time he's got the Tangela. Tangela I was a bit caught off guard to see it. I saw it once in Mox, and I figured it's probably for Azu, which makes sense, I guess. But I wasn't really too worried about Tangela. I do have ways of taking it down. And the next up, he's got the Drapion. As I said, I knew he'd bring Drapion 100% because of Hoopa. Drapion, it can be pretty scary if it's like an SD variant to set up on my walls, which could make sense. But yeah, I'll go over my team real quick. First one I've got is a special Scarf Blaziken. This one is such a solid win condition late game. I was pretty confident he wouldn't bring Tapu-Fini because it didn't have the best matchup. I had stuff like Zapdos and Mega Venusaur. But yeah, if he did bring Tapu-Fini and when I brought this in, it's fine. I could just baton pass out and get momentum if I thought he'd if I thought he'd go into Tapu-Fini. But yeah, my game plan for this week is actually just to weaken everything to the point where Scarf Blaziken can clean up, and he didn't bring a single fire resist, so it's looking really solid this game. Next up, I've got my Charity Berry Zapdos. This thing's physically defensive. I've also got the Fog, Roost, HP Ice, and Discharge. Discharge is for if I need to take a hit from Mega Gallade and potentially paralyze it, then I'm in a much better position. Yeah, Zapdos is a pretty solid glue to this team. He didn't bring much to immediately break it, like the Gengar, for example, or the Jolteon. Those 2 months I really expected to come, but he did not bring them, so I was actually really relieved. Gengar actually can 2KO my entire team, so yeah, fun fact. I definitely spent a lot of time prepping for Gengar. I thought it was even more threatening than Glade. But yeah. Next one I've got is my specially defensive Mega Venusaur. This is my pseudo switch into Gengar. It still is coded by Shadow Ball Expert Belt Shadow Ball plus Psychic after Rocks, so that's scary. But yeah, this mon is overall pretty solid build of this team. This thing can check Drapion. Also gonna take a hit from Landorus and like leech seed it. Unfortunately, the set is walled by Tangela because I have Synthesis, Giga Drain, Leech Seed, and Earthquake. But that's quite fine. I do have other ways of taking the Tangela down. Next round I've got is my physically defensive Bronzong. This is my rocker for this week. Also, it can kind of switch into the Landorus. And yeah, if I might have to switch this thing in on Gallade. This thing isn't the most important member this week. I might sack it early on once I got rocks up, but it's fine. Bronzong is still a pretty decent check to a Landorus. I know there's a good chance he brings Gravity, but I do have HP Ice. And he can't OHKO me with Earthquake if I'm not levitating anymore, and I get an AP Ice off, and then he's in range of Blaziken, which, as I said, is my game plan in this game. I just want to get everything in range of Blaziken. The next one I've got is a physically defensive Rocky Helmet, Garchomp. I've got EQ for General Stab. I've got Fire Blast to hit Skarm and Tangela. And then I've also got HP Ice to do about 70-ish to an offensive Landorus. So, and did I say Endure yet? No, I don't think I did. I also have Endure, because the Endure plus Rocky Helmet combo is nice if I need Time Rancher weakened. Also, if I know Gallade's gonna attack me, and I need some more chip on it to get it in range of Blaziken. And so yeah, I'm using Garchomp these past few weeks. I really started to like the Ruskin Rocky Helmet plus Endure combo. So yeah, the next mon I've got is Volumium's Aerodactyl. This mon was really tough for me to choose moves on. I knew I wanted Taunt for Skarmory because every mock Skarm was just stalling me out. But the moveset I finally decided on was Fly, Stone Edge, Ice Fang, and Pursuit. Pursuit I felt was necessary for Gengar. But he didn't bring it, so Taunt might have worked out better, but as you're gonna see, Pursuit actually does come into play during this match. So, first off, I'm gonna lead off with my Zapdos. It just has a pretty good matchup versus everything on his team. SU leads off with those Landorus. Now I'm fine with this. I am Charty Berry. I do take a Stone Edge. I'm just gonna fire off a Hidden Power Ice, honestly, as he just goes down to his Drapion. That damage reveals that he's definitely got some HP investment, but he's not like max HP, max BDF. I'm thinking he's probably like a speedy Swords Dance Drapion with a bit of bulk. But yeah, here I'm just gonna pull a Stage Switch into my Venusaur. I take anything this thing wants to do pretty well. I can also hit it with an Earthquake. So yeah, here on this turn I'm just gonna go for the Leech Seed. I figured he'd probably go into Skarm or the Landorus, fearing an Earthquake. So I just wanted to go for the Leech Seed to get some recovery back, and also chip the Landorus. Here I go hard into my Bronzong as he goes for his rocks. I'm fine with this. I figured he probably won't stay in here, cause I'm not on the ground yet. He didn't go for Gravity, and also I could do a lot with HP Ice, and HP Ice plus Leech Seed actually has a chance to kill him. So yeah, on this turn I'm just gonna get at my rocks. Oh, my bad. As he goes into Drapion. Here I'm gonna go into my Garchomp. I didn't want him doubling into Gallade pretty much, predicting my Venusaur again. And also if he went for an SD, it's better to have Garchomp in for his Drapion than Venusaur. But here just goes for the knockoff, and he knocks off my Rocky Helmet, which is a bit unfortunate. Second time I've brought Rocky Helmet Garchomp, this got knocked off. So yeah, here I'm just gonna click Earthquake because I would have clicked Fire Blast, predicting Tangela or Skarm. But the thing is, he could have been Shukaberry, and yeah, I guess maybe Fire Blast was my play. I'm not sure because I don't know if Ace Shukaberry. But yeah, basically I didn't want him staying in and letting my Garchomp getting weakened anymore. So I just go for the safe Earthquake as he does pull the switch into Tangela. and this damage is kind of revealed that he definitely is a physically defensive Tangela. So on this turn, I'm just gonna fire for Fire Blast. I can potentially do a KO depending on the spread, and yeah, that's definitely 2 KO damage, which is nice. He goes for the Infestation actually, which is pretty nice tech. Yeah, but he takes the Ruskin damage, and now he's definitely in range of another Fire Blast. And I kind of wanted to go for HP Ice predicting the Landorus, but I didn't really want to reveal it yet. Now here he goes out into the Glade. I did say I had Endure for this Glade, and getting 2 rounds of Rough Skin would be nice on this thing, but I can't let those things get a free setup, and also like be at near full health. So I'm just gonna go for the Earthquake at this turn, sacking off my Garchomp as he just Mega Balls and goes for the Ice Punch. And here I'm actually gonna go into my Aerodactyl. This play might be a little bit interesting because basically my thought process was his Scarm is probably a dedicated counter to this thing. Aero can't really do much to Scarm. So I figured Z-Fly is definitely a very valid possibility. So what I'm actually going to do on this turn is I'm going to click Pursuit, because if he switches and I go for the Pursuit, after Rocks, he's in range of my Scarf Blaziken. Yeah, Scarf Blaziken Fire Blast. But yeah, I go for the Pursuit this turn, as he does indeed switch into his Skarmory. Now that damage here, it actually reveals something interesting. He's definitely a bulky Glade from my calcs, unless I got a very low roll, which means depending on how much HP investment, he actually might not die to Fire Blast from my Blaziken, but that's actually fine because I do have Overheat on my Blaziken as well. I didn't really need another move, so I went for Overheat as my last move in case I need to hit something extra hard. But yeah, he goes down to a Skarm, and the Skarm doesn't really threaten my Zapdos at all. I figured he probably could double, but I didn't really mind since my Zapdos is so healthy. So yeah, here he goes for the Taunt, which is a nice play, meaning I can't get rid of the Rocks or Roost. So here on this turn, I'm just gonna fire for Discharge. Paul said after the game that he didn't think I should Discharge when he had 2 ground types, but I honestly wasn't scared of his ground types because I am Tardy Berry. I killed the Lando with HP Ice, and the Mudsdale could be a bit annoying, but as again, that thing doesn't get Stone Edge. All it does is a Rock Slide as coverage for Zapdos, so I'm gonna take that pretty well, and I do have the Tardy Berry, so I can potentially even Roost up on the thing and just like feed it with Trust HPS. I don't even need to predict. So yeah, on this turn I'm just gonna fire off a Discharge as he does indeed go into his Drapion, and I take that thing out, which is nice. But yeah, here goes down to his Mudsdale. And again, going back to the wanted to weaken everything for Blaziken part, I'm just gonna fire off an HP Ice on this turn. I wasn't really sure what this thing wanted to do, but yeah, I go for the HP Ice. Do a pretty good amount of damage. That reveals that he's definitely not Assault Vest. But yeah, here I'm just gonna spam HP Ice. Honestly, on this part of the game, I'm probably playing a bit recklessly because I think I've won with Blaziken, but there are also other factors because like the Landorus can actually live after Rocks, and also I definitely could miss a fire move. But yeah, here, as I said earlier, he could be a bulky Glade, but regardless, I still get a kill with Overheat here, so I'm just gonna fire for an Overheat, and we do manage to take out the Glade, so that's nice. And yeah, and now it goes down to his Landorus. Here I'm just gonna make the same switch into my Bronzong as he goes for the Gravity, and here I'm just gonna weaken him with Impel Rise. It doesn't kill, but that's fine. Bronzong is really racking up the deaths this season, and it doesn't have the kills to show for it, but Bronzong has definitely done its job this season. So yeah, shout out to Bronzong. But yeah, here I'm just gonna go on to Arrow. I probably could have. I didn't want to go into Blaziken because if I missed a fire move, I kind of lost to Skarm. Because yeah, at this point in the game, my Blaziken is the only thing that can kill Skarm. But yeah, I just pursued there, and here over these next few turns, I'm kind of a scumbag. Not gonna lie. Here I'm just gonna go for the Stone Edge, trying to weaken this. But yeah, over these next 30 turns, you'll notice that here I'm just trying to spam Stone Edge, and then eventually I switch out. to my Beanstalk. Now, what I could have done here was gone hard Blaziken, or not gone hard Blaziken, sacked my Aerodactyl, and then gone for an Overheat because it has the highest accuracy. But the thing is, I just didn't want him to. I really didn't want him to Sturdy, because if I went for an Overheat, FC's alive a Sturdy, he roosted, and then I missed Overheat, I lost. But yeah, I just wanted his Sturdy broken. I guess it really didn't make a difference, actually. Yeah, it didn't really make a difference. Like, I'm really sorry for this, Paul. This was completely unnecessary, and I honestly feel like a terrible sport doing this. But yeah, here I'm just gonna spam a few news, and then here, eventually, yeah, he's got the taunt to like keep me from new cheating and stuff and synthesizing. But yeah, here it's just we're just kind of like spamming moves. I'm running low on Giga Drain PP, and then here eventually on turn 51, he goes for spikes as I Leech Seed, which means the Scarab Sturdy will always be broken. And unfortunately, being the idiot I am, I still don't go and sack Aerodactyl. But yeah, he's eventually, in a few turns, he's just gonna eventually, I go for Earthquake as he tries to roost and gets full. Yeah, but yeah. Here goes for the Brave Bird, and takes out my Venusaur, to not prolong the match anymore. And, here I just go on to my Blaziken to revenge. And, yeah, so we do take that 2-0 victory. Again, I'm really sorry about that, the way I played that endgame, Paul. You definitely didn't deserve that. I felt like a bit of a scumbag, but I basically, I got a bit nervous during this game, in all honesty, and I didn't want to choke. But, so yeah, I just made the plays that I felt I could really win with. But, yeah, but the good thing is, we now improved to 7-0 in the season. We are the only undefeated team left. Next week, we are going up against Volume, who is the coach of the Arizona Dactyls. He should be a fun opponent. But yeah, thank you all for watching.